Hi, this is Marcus and today we are going to create this autocomplete text field. It's quite similar to the last tutorial but slightly different. Let me show you the difference between them. Just a minute. I will show my UI and then I will step back to the number 5 tutorial, search bar. So in this tutorial we had this. Let's go to see the pages. Okay, we had this one. The page with this a normal state, like I want to interact with this icon. So I need to tap here, and then after this bar will be different, active state, and then I can input text. But when I input text, I have to type, and then I need to press to tap again on this magnifier icon. It's a sort of behavior to this bar. I have to type, and then I have to press, I have to tap. I type the text that I want, like task, and then I have to tap on the magnifier icon, and finally I will have this page. If I type something that my my database doesn't have, this page will be shown like no results found. But I have to interact with my icon, with my button, and then I will have this result, this list. But now I'm showing you a different way, a different behavior, and we can use that, we can work with this different way. Let's see. This autocomplete works like this. I come here and then I tap on this icon. The second step will be exactly the same, but when I start typing something and this thing is present on my database, the information will be shown like this. So if I tap T, only T, I can see my results. If I have 3 results, I will see 3 results. If I have more, I will see more, and so on. But if I have no results, I'm gonna see the same, exactly the same state, like no results found. We just saw that a couple of seconds ago, like this, no results found. But if I have information on my database, I don't need to interact again with the magnifier icon, I just start typing, and then when my result appears here, I just have to tap once and then I go to this list. So this component is named AutoComplete Text Field, and together we are going to build up this component right now. So I'm gonna copy this page. I'm gonna hide my UI, and then I will be really closer to demonstrate. I call it this state searching state. Okay, you can call with the name you prefer. All right, so we have this screen right here. I can copy this bar because I don't want to use that. Like I said before, oops, I'm sorry. We did that before, so we can copy and paste all the elements we used before, like this one. But I'm gonna copy like this. Okay. I don't need to draw again my status bar. I didn't show you how to do that yet, but I will in the future. But the Android navigation bar, I showed you how to build up this bar. So I will just copy. I press and hold Alt, and then I click and move around. I'm copying the things. The same for here, this overlay shape. I just came here, app name, and then we had this one. If I click here, I will select too much things. So I will press and hold Ctrl, and then I click here. In this case, I will select only the overlay inside of a group. So I press Ctrl C, and then I go to this page and I press Ctrl V to paste, and then I move to the place that I need. So I have this part. And talking about this bar, same thing. I can come here, for instance. This one is pretty good. I can copy this one, Ctrl C, I go here, and Ctrl V. I have exactly what I need, and I just organize here. Right? I am reusing the things that I need to save time. Then here is slightly different. The reason is when I start typing, this cursor will be ahead and not before my typing. So I have to delete this text, and I come here and I type like T. The color will be different. I select here. Actually, I have to show my UI. I select here, I click here, and I type like 000000. It's always good to use X colors. I already explained the reason. Okay. Alright, I can come here, like select this shape, this one too. I can just come here, you know, I can see both of them. I can just press delete, and then it's hard to select this line, so I press and hold Ctrl because I have a group with many things. So I press and hold Ctrl, and then I can click here and select only the line that I want. So then I go there and I press delete. As easy as that. And then I can step back to the search bar page. I look around to find my icon. I select Ctrl C, I come here, I click here, Ctrl V, and then I just organize. Thinking about the distance, like the 80 pixels thing, I talked a lot about that. 8 pixels grid. All right, like this. 16, 24, something like that. All right, pretty good. So we have almost the same bar. We just need to make a line. We name divider because it's divided into parts, you know, this part and this part, this sort of drop down. I can come here, I have this container, this background. If I select, you know, and move around, I'm selecting and moving too much things together. So I press and hold Ctrl, I click here to select inside of the group only this shape. I press Ctrl C, I click Alt, Ctrl V, and then I can move around. It will have the same name, container, I was calling. So you can change the name, and you can have the name that will be easy to find. Okay, I will have the distance like 0, no distance. And then I will press P the shortcut for pen. I will click, move around. I can press and hold shift to have this straight line, and then click again, press ask. So ask again, I have this line. This line has to be 320 to have the same width, so I can align here. The color light gray, something like this. And then the distance has to be good, like I'm not seeing where this container ends and where this container starts. So I can do something really useful here. I will click here in actually on view, and I have show outlines. We have the shortcut as well here. So now I can see just the lines. That's really useful. So I am seeing this line, I can click here, zoom in, and I can move this line to this position, you know. It's good to do, like this one. I have 1 pixel and it has to be together, like 0 pixels to be right. Then I can click here again, fill, and then show outlines. Everything is the same again. And now I can click here and increase its size like this. And after I can copy these elements. Why not? Because I want to save time. You know, I'm creating many interfaces, many user flows, many journeys. So I don't want to be longer here. You know, I just want to save time, to produce more things, to deliver more designs. So it's good to reuse things. In the future, I will show you how to do components, and then I am pretty sure that you will love this way of creating interfaces. So we can come here, search bar, we can look around, like coming here to these components. I will select this one. I will press and hold shift to select this one and this one and this one too. Control C to copy, then I can come here, I select here, Control V to paste, and then I have to organize. I can for instance press Control G to group, and then I will have this group. You can name here properly. Many people, they prefer to name the layers the way they are doing things, like they do some improvement on the layout and then they go there and name things properly. But there are people who prefer to finish the job and then to reserve some minutes, perhaps hours, to organize the layers. You know, there is no rule to do that. It's up to you. You decide the way that is better and fits good for your workflow. All right, I will do that later on because I don't want to be longer, like I said before. So I have to move all those things a little up. Then I select this shape and I can increase its size like this. Okay, and then I can measure the distance between them, like selecting here that thing I always talk about, like the 8 pixels grid, not 80 but the 8 pixels grid. You know, 16 is okay, it's not okay, I have to move a little, not yet, like this, 16 up, right and left, that's okay. Here in the bottom I can do the same thing, like can increase here 1 2, then I can see the distance like 16 here, that's okay. Then I have this shape, this overlay, I can select here and I can move around. Perhaps your overlay might be in some place like in front and I don't want that. So in this case I click right and I have this option, move to the page. I have many pages here. I am in the right page, so I don't want to do that. I want to send to back on this page, in the place that I am in right now. Did you get that? Easy, you know? And then I can position here, increase its size a little to demonstrate that I have a screen, you know, and then just like this. All right, select both of them and move like here. I am representing this screen a little taller, I would say, you know, because my mobile phone, it scrolls. Do you know that? It scrolls. In this case, you can see the distance is not so distant. 24, you know, and I show you the reason. The reason is, let's click here, view, show outlines. In this case here, I don't have anymore that background, that container like I have here, you know, border radius, this container. I can delete it in this case. So I will select Control. I will press and hold Control. I will click here, delete, click here, delete. I'm clicking on the line, delete, and here as well. Now I can measure like 24, you know, just like this. I press Alt to see the distance. 24 is okay. And then in this case, you can see 16 I have here in the left top, 16, but between them 24, and this right distance doesn't matter because this text can be like this, you know, can increase, depends on the text that I have here. Like if this title is like this, blah 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 blah, you know. So I will not measure this right size. So I have to click here and I need to ungroup. Right click, ungroup, and now I can see the distance like this one. I will press and hold Shift and I will press up arrow 1, 2, 3 times. Something here. I will see the distance. I can even press and hold Alt and press and hold Shift, and then I will press many times up arrow. 24. Same thing here. 24. And then I can decrease this size like this. 36, not good. 24. Oh, I have to organize this thing here as well. I will press and hold Shift to select many items at the same time. Then I can see the distance like here. I said 16, top 16 as well. That's good now. I will select here, 16 here, that can be great, or 24, you decide. It's good as well, like, oh, okay, I have my measures, I'm measuring everything that I need, but sometimes it's good just to see things, you know. I'm pressing the shortcut. If I'm using Windows, I can press Ctrl Y. If I am using Mac, I can press Command Y, the shortcut, you know, it's easier to do. So sometimes you have to see things like 16 here, but 24 here is not the worst thing in the world, but it's up to you. Like I said, I can like show UI, I can select this container, and then I can come here like minus 8, let's see. Now I have 16, you know. You can do operations like multiply, divide, plus, minus, whatever. It's good, it's good. It's like Figma is a really good software. I really like Figma. Okay, now I can move things around here, and then I have this page exactly the way I did. We together, we did the same page, just like this. It's a little different, of course, but we are. What's the main proposal of this page? The main proposal of this page is to demonstrate to the developers how this page is going to behave. And then we can also do prototypes to test with real users, you know, to demonstrate and to test, to get feedback from them if this page is clear, if they can understand the behavior these components have, and so on. Okay, so it's pretty easy. I will not document that with you right now because it takes a lot of work, you know, and a lot of time, like many minutes, perhaps some hours. So I will let this part with you. I'm quite sure that you can do it by yourself. Okay, and before I finish this tutorial, I just want to show you something really special that I did. I'm gonna show you the documentation of the past tutorial. So let's go there. Like I said before, we have here these steps. We did all of them together, you know. We just came here, I showed you the atoms, and then I showed you the molecules. After we saw the organisms, and finally the templates, and at the end we saw the pages. And after the pages are done, that is really useful to document, like I said before. But here we are not documenting all the pages, the whole pages. I want just to document this bar, you know, because we are talking about the search bar. So I want to document only the search bar. But here I showed you some components like small cards and then a full page. So I was trying to figure out a way to document only these bars, you know, these bars and its interactions, but I realized it was good to show a little more things. So let's document this first one. It's pretty easy, you know, all of those things I showed you before. Like let me show the UI. So here I have this width 16, here 24, the distance between the icon and this word. Then I have here 8, width 8, and here 16. So here and here 16, easy to do. Here 8, my height is 8, and here top, here bottom 8 as well, you know, easy to document. It has no difficult, you know, but I want to show something for you. This icon is a little different. Yes, you can see here this icon is a little different too, and this other icon is a little different. Let me put all of them together just to demonstrate what I want. I did a grid because let me break down these things, you know. Let's see, this icon has 16 by 8. Okay, this icon has 16 by 16. They are different. And this other icon, it has 4 by 16. They are totally different. So it's quite hard to organize things, to measure distances and so on. for this reason, it's really useful to have a grid, to have a container, a square, invisible, and inside of it we place our icons. So here I have this square 24 by 24. I showed you before, I think so, in this tutorial. Let's see, I will look around to see if I can find what I'm talking about. Perhaps yes, perhaps not, but never mind. Okay, I show again. We can have icons like 16 by 16, 24 by 24, 32 by 32, and so on, ad infinitum, and so on. We decide the sizes we are going to have in our applications, just like this. And we have to have this space inside, and this space can grow the way the icons grow. Like here I have like two, you know, I have an internal border, 2 pixels. That could be 1, could be 2, could be 4, whatever, you know. It's important to research, to see how people do icons, people that are really well known doing icons, you know, to understand the better way that can work for you. Okay, pretty good. In this case, for 24 by 24 pixels, I'm using this measure. Like, it's pretty easy. I'm gonna show you how to do that. We just have to draw a square 24 by 24, and then I will pick up the white color, FF. I want to have stroke. By default, the stroke is inside. We can change like outside, but in our case it's gonna be inside. And then 2, and then I want to have a color. It's like many people, they convey to use this light blue, and sometimes the light red as well, you know, but let's go ahead with this blue. And then we are going to call it background, and our icons, they are grouped like you can see here. It's named icon. I will ungroup this just to show you. I named this part as line, this other part as line, this other part as line, all of them, line, and then I selected all of them and I pressed Ctrl G, and then I name it just icon, for instance. You can organize the way you want, but I'm showing you the way that I do. So here I have this icon, no matter its name, and here I have this background, no matter its name. I will duplicate 1, 2 times. Then I will place this icon inside. If that's not appearing, I will press Ctrl X, I will click here, Ctrl V. I will select both of them, I will click here to align the horizontal centers and the vertical centers. Okay, now I'm gonna measure. Let's see, I have 8 by 8, 4 by 4. It's not a problem. This white space I will use, you know, I can't transpass this blue space, it's wrong, or even go out of the square, it's wrong too. I have to be inside of this white space, you know, to be safe. And then my icons, they will have consistency. All right, then I select all of those things. I will press Ctrl G, and here I can call like hamburger. That's good. But now when I have to use this icon, I don't want to see this part, this blue part. So I press and hold Ctrl and I click here. Here beside I have the colors and I have this little icon, this eye. I can click here and click here. You know, the eye is closed now, and I click out. If I move my mouse, you know, in some part of this icon, I can see this invisible shape, 24 by 24. Doesn't matter the size of this little icon inside. What is important is this 24 by 24 invisible square, you know. So we have to do that with all our icons. I can move this one here and this one here too. Then I select one by one and I do this and I do this, and I select here and I do this and I do this. Then I group. I will call this one magnifier, and now we'll group and call this one kebab. And then I will press Ctrl, click here, close eye, something here, same thing here, here. Okay, if I move my mouse around, I can see the invisible squares. So it's easy to align things now. Like I can select this one, for instance. Oh, the distance, it's gonna be 8. All right, it's gonna be 8 here. All right too, you know, it's invisible, but I can understand. If they are not so organized, I can select like here and do this. You know, they are the same size, they are consistent. This is the way, you know, the right way to build up icons. There are other ways as well, but this way is pretty good. It's easy to do, and many people do that over the world, and you can do that as well. All right, so we have these icons pretty right, you know, and let me come back here to demonstrate. So here I just documented, because we have these spaces, they are red, and inside of the icons they are blue, you know. So the icon here, it is 24 by 24, but inside it has like stroke 2, and then I have all these white this white space to play around to do my icons, you know, because sometimes I will have like a round icon or something like that, so perhaps I will need to have more space. If that's good for me, I could have icons like this, you know, it's okay too. Or if I had some icon just like this, that could be okay too. I can't transpass this blue part. Good. Like here, you know, it has a bigger shape, and I'm not touching the border. Same thing here, you know, to be proportional, you know. Yes, I think that you got my point. So, and then I documented like this background, like I demonstrated before many times. I explained it like this background, color, opacity, width, height, padding top, padding right, bottom, and then left. Okay, you know, because it's important. I have many padding, like I explained before, is inside and margin is outside. Then we have this icon, I documented. This text, I documented. This icon as well, this icon as well, and even this gray background I documented, because I want to have things really well done, you know, to help the people that are going to develop these screens. But I didn't document this bar, this Android navigation bar and this status bar, because I said the importance was just this bar, but I did this one too, this gray background, you know. Then I did the same thing here for this bar and for these new keyboards. I documented all of them, these active states. Here I did exactly the same, you know. I have another icon here, I have another behavior. Now it's a input text field. Can you see here what I did? I increased this size, you know, to fit here, you know, to have more space, to have text. Same thing here, I have many space to type things, you know. So I have this icon, I have this input, this icon and this icon, and the right space between them. I have this background, well documented, this icon, this input like search bar, active state. I have this blue cursor, I have opacity, font family, size, color, weight, line height, width, alignment, you know. This gray, its font color is this gray. I documented this icon, these keyboards, you know, lowercase, color dark, width, height, this background, it's repeated, you know. And here you have to decide, many things are repeated, you know. You have to think about some way that can have less information, but even though being good and easy to use, easy to demonstrate to the people that are going to code these interfaces, you know. But to demonstrate, to explain, I am documenting as much as possible. And here we have this other state, empty state. So I documented the bar the way that it is, this shape, this icon, this text, this another icon, this icon, this bigger icon, you know, magnifier. I am even showing here the space in here. It's a little different because I increased its size, you know, like this. So it's not more 2, it's 4, because the size is 48 right now. So the space has to change inside, the padding has to be different. So magnifier, color, and all the information I need. No results found. The text, same thing, you know. The keyboard I documented again, but you decide if you are going to delete here because they are repeated. Same thing for the icons, you know. Okay, let's go on. We have white part, icon, text, icon, icon. And then I documented here the way this card is, you know, padding, margin, and so on. Let's see. Here I demonstrated this red part is the padding. Padding is inside of the element, and margin, in this case is blue, is outside. Okay, so when I will have many elements, they can fit like this, you know. And then when I hide the space between them, everything will be okay, you know. Just like this, I can have lists like this. But once again, this is just some way to document and to design. There are other ways, and there are no only one rule. You decide the better way for you. This way is the way that I'm working. I've been working for years, and that's good for the people that I work with. And then documenting these, we have this background, its shape, border radius, margin, so on. I have this image, you know, I called image card, opacity, width, height, margin, just right margin, because just here, you know, right margin, and here it's the padding of this white part. Font, another font, keyboard again, and background. It's up to you if you want to duplicate things. And then the last one, the search result is here. And the search result page, it's here. All right. And then we have here, you know, this background, icon, text, icon, image. I called large. If you have some doubt, you can pause the video. You can go backward, then forward, you know, to do what you need to do. We have width, height, alignment related to the page, margin top, margin bottom, bottom, not bottom, bottom, text, another text, and this block of text, right? Text body, and this background. All right, I documented all the things this way, you know. And then I have my UI. It's good for you because I think if you are seeing my videos, probably you are beginner or mid-level, perhaps you can be senior designer, but you want to learn more, you know, you want to learn a different way of doing things and detailing as much as possible, you know, just to demonstrate that UI design is not visual design. Visual design is really important as UI designer is, as UX design is. But these three approaches for designing, these three professions, they are different, sometimes slightly different, sometimes quite different. And I really want to demonstrate that for you. Okay, this tutorial, I finished it. I hope that you are enjoying my videos, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.